Hello and welcome to another Brother Crypt video. Today I wanted to do a quick ICO review. The reason it's going to be a quick ICO review is because I was asked a question, have you heard of SciDex before, from one of my viewers and one of my subscribers, and I said I would look into it, and in the process of looking into it, it seemed quite interesting, so I thought I'd put together this video to share my thoughts. The date today is the 21st of June. It's Thursday here at around 6:45 UK time. The question comes from Jin Literatus. I hope I've pronounced that right. And the question is, thanks man, super helpful video. What are your opinions about SciDex? I've been following them for a while now. And then I said that I would look into this, so here we go. Before I get into SciDex, let's just look at the market. We can see that we have a market capitalization of 200, and I think it was 285 billion, with a decline in the amount of cryptocurrencies that are listed at 1,650. The Bitcoin price is currently $6,717, with Bitcoin dominance at 40.2%. Now let's look at SciDex. Right, we can see that SciDex has the tagline "Accelerating Science." It's a decentralized marketplace for scientific data. I've had a look at the website and it looks quite interesting. The way that SciDex describes their offering is that for the first time, billions worth of dollars of isolated scientific data will be traded, setting a new paradigm for advancements and collaboration in science. You can check the white paper, but they also have a short paper as well. Basically, the short paper just reiterates, the tagline, but with a much greater in-depth explanation. By reading the white paper and also the shortened version of the white paper, it reads like a scientific document. One of the things that I found was that there was no tokenomics as well, and it's really not too clear how much value that they're raising. However, they did sort of mention that they're going to be doing an airdrop very soon in the next approaching weeks. So if you're interested in SciDex, then yeah, do sign up for the airdrop tokens. I looked at the Telegram community and also Facebook, and they do have quite a large community. I was surprised that they had such a large community for an ICO that I hadn't heard of. And then I also checked their Facebook as well, and I think their Facebook has a similar amount of members on their Facebook page as they do with their Telegram group. You can also check out their Medium. They do have a medium.com. But what I want to go into are some of the members of the team. Now, this guy, Alex Bouazi, he is the CEO and main co-founder of SciDex, and he has some alright experience. He studied at the Imperial College in London. He was a researcher for environmental engineering. Then he's had a year at LifeSlice as well, and then he's worked for this venture company. Both of those placements were in Tel Aviv as well. One of the things that I did like about his education and his background was that he comes out of M.I.T. Right, let's move on to the next one. The next one is Shuo Wang, and she's also co-founder of SciDex. And we can see that she was also did her master's in M.I.T. as well, and she worked there as a researcher for about 2 years. It looks like she's had some experience in startups as well, one being this one called Aries. Now, the next resume I wanted to check is Offa Simpson. He's also the co-founder of SciDex as well and works as a CTO. Um, he's also worked in Life Slice, which a member of the team has worked there, and he's also worked as an Android developer. I think there's a possibility that his program may have been bought out by Google. I did hear something along those tones. They also have another co-founder, and this co-founder is Pierre. Now, Pierre also works as a co-founder as well, and he also studied at MIT too. He's also spent a few months in the Boston Consulting Group. It's only about 3 months. It would have been better if he had probably had at least a few years worth of experience. And he also worked at Aries too. He's been there for about four years. Now, the next one is Constantine, and Constantine has a similar sort of background, having worked in Aries too, and he's also had a stint as a student for BMW Group. Okay. I think those are all of the CVs I'm going to go through right now. Didn't really want to go into any more, but let's just go back to the SciDex website. One of the things that I noticed was that whilst I was looking at the LinkedIn profiles, I noticed that some of the logos were slightly different. Some of them spell Sci with an extra E, so SCIEDEX, as opposed to the spelling that we see here with the SCIDEX, spelled without two E's. This just shows a little bit of inconsistency to me as well. In the process of looking at the white paper and also the website, I didn't necessarily see any token economics. They're only really looking for institutional investors as well. Also, having read the white paper, it looks like this is just a token sale. They don't seem to be creating their own blockchain, and basically the offering is going to be housed on Ethereum. I think the idea is a good one, being able to create an exchange for data, and what they're going to have are basically custodians. So if a party, whether it be an institution, a place of academia, or somebody that's created a project, an organization, and they finished a project and they have some data, they can sell that data on this exchange. I think that the data is not fully parsed, it's translated into metadata, and the metadata is used for indexing the data. And I think that's a good idea. However, because there's really no tokens and they're not doing an ICO, it's not really something that I'm passionate about. Although they've got good, impressive numbers in their Telegram group and Facebook group, it looks like those numbers came about from them doing bounties and campaigns. I saw that they are doing a bounty, which you can see on Bitcoin Talk, and in it there's different translations, and if you can refer a friend, then you qualify for the airdrop. So basically, the way that they've got their numbers is for the airdrop, and I think that's fine. It looks like they're targeting institutional investors, but I really wasn't convinced by the team. All of the team sound good, like they've I think at least 2 or 3 members have studied and maybe been researchers in MIT. However, I didn't get a convincing display of experience outside of them being at MIT. So that was, a negative in my opinion. Also, I think that the main CEO, he's responsible for creating a decentralized app game called, I think it's Block Fighters or Decentralized Fighters, something like this. Basically, it's crypto kitties, but instead, you have these different fighters and with martial arts. I checked it out, and then on their social media, it only had about 200 followers, and it looked like their Facebook hadn't been updated up until February 2018. That's quite some time, and then I'm thinking that obviously this is more of a priority, but the vibe that I got was that from the CEO, he didn't necessarily have that much commercial experience. He might be comfortable, doing things on the blockchain, but there's no real track record of success. Um, I did inquire into the private sale, and I'm still waiting to hear back just to find out, see if I can have more of the tokenomics. But they're not necessarily sharing the amount of tokens that are going to be in circulation. This might work, because if they are working with specific institutions who are going to be buying the tokens from them directly, and the tokens might have value, it might be successful. However, because of the idea and the way it's executed, using bounties to get up the numbers, not really hearing any solid collaborations, this ICO is not for me. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope this short review has been helpful. And, thank you for the questions. Okay. This is Brother Crip signing out. Until next time. Peace.